In one word, I do everything. I started my career with film.
Creative director, photographer, and educator at Yervant Photography and Cinematography. Yervant inherited his passion and expertise for photography from his father. He quickly became an expert and gained global recognition as a pioneer in the industry. Today, he is a renowned speaker and world traveler as he continues to help his family business evolve.
Photography is about pictures. It's on paper, like painting, it's on paper. Digital, you can watch and it disappears.
Every single question you have about the wedding industry will be answered here. I'm Antonis Papadakis, and this is the Wed Podcast. Welcome. If you do like us, share some love and press the subscribe button. Let's start.
So how are you?
Fine. Welcome, Yervant. Welcome to the Wed Podcast. It's a big corner.
How's Greece going?
Easy going, relaxing before the big storm of the season.
Big storm, yeah.
So, when did you start the wedding photography career?
Quite a long time. It's over 30 years now. That's all I've done. That's all I've done. And I still enjoy it. You see, this is one of the reasons I'm still in it. I still enjoy it. I still have a good time. You know, COVID made quite a big effect on our industry, but it's coming back and I'm quite happy with the results.
So, I found many words to describing you and your career: fashion photographer, public speaker, retoucher, game changer, and more. How you
I'm a
describe?
complete photographer. That's all it is. In one word, I do everything. I started my career with film. So I've been in film. I know what film was. Half of my career and half my career has been digital. And now moving to new movements. New AI is coming and things like that. So
How you handle this change with AI? Are you using some tools or?
yes, I think you can always make it into a negative, but in life, if you make negative, you stay negative. It's always positive. Now I'm finding moving items from the background, like beans and things like that, unnecessary. It's quite much easier. So in many ways, AI is helping me. So it depends what you want to achieve with AI. I'm learning it, but I'm not going to overkill and make my photos AI because I like the natural, the real pictures. So AI is not going to compete with my eyes. It can be it can be the best product, but still that's a robot. I'm a human being. I have a feeling. When I see a bride, I feel what she feels. The camera is not going to feel, even if they build everything of my magic in it. So it's still me who's going to make the picture.
It's not
AI is going to
gonna
be
replace
only
you.
a tool.
Yeah, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. So, Yervant, you have been to a very big events, large scale weddings. How you prepare yourself about them?
I'm always nervous. For example, I have a wedding tomorrow and Sunday. At the moment, I'm also nervous for that because if you don't feel nervous, then you don't have passion. You see, I'm nervous that I deliver my work 100%. I'm nervous that I'm going to keep the bride and groom happy. I'm nervous that I don't make a mistake on the day because it's easy to make mistake. So I always when on a Friday night or a Saturday night, I stress before the wedding.
How you handle this and how you prepare yourself about the wedding day? Do you have a timetable? You follow the timetable of the wedding planner?
I get some type of timetable. Couple of weeks before the wedding, I talk to the couple. We say, okay, this is the groom's house, this is the bride's house, this is the church, this is the locations, this is the reception. It's one time, but on the day it can change everything. It can rain, it can pour, it can be very bright, it can be very sunny, very hot, very cold. So all those things we can't help. So I keep that as natural as possible, as much as I can, keep it as good as I can without worrying too much about it. What I worry is that it doesn't matter the condition out there, I have to still deliver it. So that's my main that's my main situation.
And how you prepare your team about the wedding day? You are not
The
working
team,
alone.
I have my two sons join me, and I have a couple of great guys who work with me. So the team has we have a system, and they follow the instruction. Now we never did video before in the last 28 years or 29 years. We never did video. Our studio didn't. We recommended video guys, but we felt that it's important to have our own video place. So we started early last year or the year before. We started video. So the boys video and thing. The way I do it, I direct everyone. I direct everyone. There's another photographer. There's the two videographers. I direct everyone to create what I like. So basically, I tell the bride and groom also that I'm the director. It's like a movie set. Don't worry about when I say something to the boys. Just ignore that and just do what you have to do. And the boys already know who's on which side, what's on which side, where's the microphone, where's the what camera lens we're going to use, whatever. We're all set up. We go very light at locations, so we don't have too much equipment with us. We go straight, shoot the wedding naturally. Even if I have one lens, I don't worry about it. I just use that lens and make sure that I get everything correctly.
If you had one lens, which one would it be?
I have few lenses. I use Canon. I have the 2470 2.8, 24105 f4. We use 7200. We use 20. What is it? 20 or 15 by 35. Sorry, 15 by 35 2.8. We use 50 1.2. I love that lens, 50 1.2. I'm using that quite a lot more than before. So one fixed lens. So that's basically it. But I don't carry all of them with me. I leave them in the car. So I decide, okay, this is that type of day. This is that type of couple. This is where gonna be. So I decide this lens. One lens on my one camera, one lens with my assistant. So I have two cameras, two different lenses, so I can exchange with my assistant. Similar, we'll do the same with the video, but different type of lenses. But with photography, 1.4, sorry, 1.2 f50, and maybe the 24 105. I love that lens. It's f4, but it doesn't matter because f4. I usually go locations, beautiful locations, and I like my backgrounds to be also detailed. So it's mixture. If I do full length, they're walking in the city or somewhere. I want the big background also to be detailed. So I use the 24 105. Then I exchange it with the 50 1.2.
So before the wedding day, uh, what advice are you giving to the bride and the groom so they are relaxed and ready for their preparations? Let's say.
That's important. What I said to the bride and groom, look, this is a wedding. This is your day. You enjoy your day. I'm not going to overpose you. I'm not going to take over the day. I'm just going to be fly on the wall, and I'm going to record what you're doing. You might not see I'm clicking a lot, but I do click a lot. So just let's have fun. Let's walk. Let's be in a great mood, and I want to capture the moment. Of course, at the start, I will do a bit of setup to make sure that the dress is right, the setting is right, their position, the light, everything is right. Then I start moving them to have fun. That's where I capture the beautiful moments.
My next question is about the albums and
Yes.
how you giving advice to the couple to buy an album and all your
Okay,
thoughts about this.
that's very important. We need to teach our clients that printed photos are much better than digital photos. And with the new generation, they like the quick, immediate results. They want to see it quickly. So they're giving away albums so they can have files, and then they're printing their own albums, which is quite big. I've been to few houses from other photographers have done the photography, and the couple have printed the albums. It looks like cheap homemade book, you know. So we give them the experience. We make sure that they come to our studio. We make sure that we show them what what they get. We use graphic studio from Italy, so we show the quality. We show made in Italy. We show how designing an album is different than just putting pictures in there, finishing and the color corrections and everything like that. You know, yeah. Although you give them a finished pictures, but it's not the same when you design an album because each page matches, each page needs to be perfect. So we show them an experience, and once we bring them to our studio to visit instead of doing it online, we have a very good success of selling albums. And we used to sell per spread. Now we've changed that per picture, so that way the couple don't want 200 pictures in one page. It's not going to look good. So we've educated them that you buy a picture. Some pages will have a huge picture. Some pages will have 5 small ones. But I decide that when I design the album, what's best to do. So it's very important that you don't worry about pages. You worry only on the quantity of pictures they've ordered. Our packages start with 45 pictures, and we pre-sell pictures before the wedding date. So the more you can pre-sell at the start, the better the result is. Because don't forget, couples are going to buy houses, they're going to have kids, they're going to have all the expenses coming up. So they will have more money before the wedding than after the wedding. So we pre-sell packages. It's not taking advantage. No, on the contrary. I want them to have the best album. So if they go to the reception, it's pre-sold. They know what they're going to eat. They know what they're going to have. So pre-selling also the album will be the same as the reception. So we will have not to worry about after the wedding. Of course, after the wedding, if they want more pictures, they can purchase.
Okay. And all the photos are retouched in the album.
Every photo in the album is retouched, make it to perfection. Let's say there's a big railing in the background. Now with AI, we can move that. We can make a picture perfect, you know, so they cannot do it themselves. We do it for them as a service.
So my question is, what is retouching for you? In which place
Okay.
have to stop doing it?
Okay, there's two, you know, in the old days, retouching was when you print the picture and when you start touching on the paper. So that's basically retouching. Editing is when you throw out, like culling, throw out the bad ones and keep the good ones. So retouching is anything that the bride and groom want or we need to do it. Sometimes soften the skin, sometimes color corrections that you need extra color correction to match, black and whites. We don't run too many filters sometimes, not on every pages. Some pages that you want a hero picture, maybe we will have about 10 hero pictures that they're gonna go, wow, it's different. But the rest needs to be subtle and beautiful production. You know, as far as the skin, you should know it's up to the bride. Some brides say, no, I don't want to be touched. Some brides say, yes, please touch up. Then the girl who said, no, I don't want to be touched, she comes back and say, can you remove this? Can you remove that? Can you make my neck? So at the end of the day, every girl wants the same thing, but at the start they don't. But when they see their own picture, they say, oh yeah, I want more of it. So we ask the customer what they want, and we will deliver what they want.
Could you ever deliver the photos without retouching?
No, not in the album. When we sell the file, it's color corrected and no retouching. That's what we sell. Color corrected, no retouching. I'm not going to sit down and retouch over 1,000 pictures. You know, what for? We sell the files to them and they buy the files. They can have good prints out of it, little prints, but if they want the Yervant quality, they have to come back to the person who created the picture. So photography is not only clicking the camera. That's easy, and everyone is doing it. There's more and more photographers popping up from nowhere. You know, housewife with a camera. Oh, you're a good photographer. Then I become a wedding photographer or child photographer. 80% these days are that type of photographers. So our competition is these people who we call it weekend warriors. They come on the weekend and do a couple of $100 and they're happy. But at the end, that's not my competition. If they want my quality, my caliber, they have to pay for it. And I don't want every customer because there's a lot of weddings out there. So I make sure that I get the customer who wants my way, my style. Not my way. My way is the wrong word. My style, the way I demonstrate my pictures. So if they don't like my style, then I don't need them as a customer. It's simple as that. When we sell them the files, we tell them that this is printable, this is good, you can print. But if you want any of my style, please let us know. We don't charge too much. We will retouch it for you and we will have it for you the same quality. Even more, we can print on high quality paper. We have large format Canon printers. We can print high quality, archival, and it's beautiful. So why waste your money when my price is nearly the same? So we've changed our pricing system so we sell more prints and things like that. Very important.
Because it's more important to have them printed than digital.
100%. Photography is about pictures. It's on paper. Like painting, it's on paper. Digital, you can watch and it disappears. But an album is something that's going to live with you and go to the next generations. Who knows where your digital files are going to be? You know, is it going to work? Is it corrupt?
Or you can lose them.
You lose them. But the same thing can happen to an album. But if you look after the album and the older it looks, the more valuable it's going to look for your grandchildren or for your family.
So back to what you said about the photographers coming more and more. What about the trends? Are you following them? How you see them?
Trends are very funny. Trends are very funny. Last year it was they want casual, no, just doing nothing. Then they want to go to parliamentars. Or parliamentars is not a new trend. We've been doing that 20 years ago. You know, the trend changes daily. As long as you keep it up, you say, yeah, not a big deal. I can do that. It's fine. But the trends are going to change all the time. This changed also during film times. You know, they want a different location, different style, more picture, less pictures, things like that. So trends come and go. But if you look through the trends, it's all a repetition of the past. You know, now I see trends of having the flash on the camera. That's not a trend. That's a mistake. That's photography mistake. You don't do that. That's bad photography. But people have a flash on the camera. It looks like a paparazzi shot. And the girls are saying, wow, it looks like Kim Kardashian's paparazzi shot. Sweetheart, it's not. This is a bad shot. This is not how it's meant to be. You know, you move the flash away from the camera and things like that. But many don't understand. They think it's different, but it's not. That's been doing, paparazzi shots are here nearly 100 years. So it's nothing new. So you have to move with the time and yeah, you show this. Okay, I can show you some of those pictures. We have thrown it in the bin because they were bad. And now those pictures that we throw in the bin have become a trend. So
I can understand.
it's
I
funny.
can understand. In case you haven't done it already, please hit the subscribe button of our channel so that we keep growing. The more you help us grow, the more interesting professionals we will be able to host. So subscribe today. You are Canon ambassador. You are mostly used Canon.
I'm a Canon ambassador, yes,
Yeah.
in Australia. In Australia. And I love my Canon. That's why I have other brand of cameras. I always compare because if there's a better than what I'm using, then I'm gonna not stay with one camera. I'm gonna move. But up to now, even for video, I find Canon is to be very, very constant, very good. People change cameras all the time. You know, it's a trend. Oh, Sony is good. Let's buy Sony. Next year it's gonna be Fuji. Let's buy Fuji. It's not about the camera. It's the way you shoot, the way you use your camera. And I'm very familiar with Canon. I love how to use Canon. I love the temperature of it. I love the quality. Even on video, it's much. We should raw, and the finished raw product is quite nice quality. So yeah, we're used to that and we love it. So we continue with it.
Okay, at the previous episodes, we had a question from another guest asking, what's the feature that is missing from your camera to be the perfect camera? I will ask also you.
As far as photography, nothing else. How much bigger pixels, bigger thing. It's all unimportant. The resolution I have on the R5 is too much. I love the R6 too, which is about 30 megapixels. That's perfect for photography. So I really don't know what I want more. Maybe better focusing. It's perfect already. I'm not concerned too much about it. But on the other hand, I love new models. I know new technology. As far as video, there's a couple of things that I would like to see more improved.
Focus, for
Um,
sure.
but it's generally, I have the 5C R5C, amazing camera. The only thing I want to see is maybe more dynamic range on it and better battery life. But all this have been sorted out anyway. When I should draw with it, and when I should, I have a small camera battery on the side mounted with gimbals and things. It does work for me all day. So I don't change batteries. So all these are things that you can fix. It's not permanent. So I'm okay with all those.
Okay. As speaking for trends, what's your opinion about the wedding digital creators that are coming up more
Okay. Yeah. That's been coming here quite a lot. Last week I had a Greek wedding. I do a lot of Greek weddings.
at Australia?
Australian Greek. Yes. Australian Greeks here in Melbourne. Uh, Very high-end wedding, very good family, but they had the content creator, a young girl at a Greek wedding, and she was okay, but she was a little bit aggressive with my son. My son told her not to stand in front of her. She said, "Oh, there's two of you or three of you. I'm only by myself. Why, things like that." And being a girl, also, she's more helpful to the bride and groom and fixing to the bride mostly, fixing her dress more, which I do myself anyway. So at the end of the day, my pictures and her pictures are not going to be the same. My video and her video is not going to be the same. We shoot 4K horizontal. She shoots vertical. She calls herself content creator. So what we worked out in our studio, we have a service also. If you want, we don't want any content creator to work with us on the day. If they want content on same day content creator video, we have a person to do it for them. So we refused to have another person on, although I shut my mouth last week. But I personally don't want someone else to interrupt what I'm doing. These girls think they're magic. They're from another world, and they teach me how to pose the bride and groom, or what to do and what not to do. Although she knows who I am. Yeah. So it's a joke in a bit of way, but they're charging quite a lot. That's cutting from our income, because I've seen some weddings that I've gone just for photography, and the video guy is very basic. He's got just one camera filming all day, and there's a content creator. So what they've done, they've cut the price in half for the content creator, half for the videographer. At the end of the day, both is not going to be good quality.
Yeah, for sure.
They're wasting their money. Eventually, this is going to change also, because uh, in the old days we used to say Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry was the old man who used to come to a wedding with a Leica in his hand and take pictures over my shoulder. Maybe he took 10 pictures all day. Now it's continuously, every picture I'm taking, this girl is in it, because she's putting the button of the bride, she's doing this, she's doing that. So she's blocking my pictures. Eventually, you have to be a bit rough, not rough, professional with us, say, "Sweetheart, do your job, but don't interrupt my job."
I
Let's
can see that
work
it's
it
a
out.
problem because it's not a part of the team, so you cannot connect with them easily.
It is a problem. It is a problem, but it's a problem that we have to live with and find solutions to get rid of it. So, like I said, we will have our own person. Uh, the person goes to the wedding with us. So I manage everyone. So I'm the director. And our brides will understand that having a director is better than having everyone in the individual and have a messy day.
Okay. So having the title of the most influential wedding videographer of the time by WPPI,
Yeah.
how you manage to stay relevant? 30 years are a lot.
You see what the reason I'm always ahead and forward, I concentrated on my business. At one stage I was doing a lot of workshops, seminars, WPPI, AIPP, Greece, everywhere, Russia. All I was doing traveling and talking about a business. But what was happening to my business at home, which I loved more than anything else, is suffering because I'm relying on stuff. So about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, before COVID, I had few problems with some awards, and I decided, no, this is all bullshit. Sorry for my language. This is all fake. This is not real. Especially, I got really upset with the way judgings were going ahead. You know, there was a lot of corruptions in there, a lot of the way they judge, the way they do, and I could see it because I could see with my eyes what was happening. And I got really upset about it. It's not that I didn't win. I won a lot of awards. So this was after I won awards and things like that. So it's not that I'm missing on anything. It's just that I didn't believe the way they're judging now is how it used to be. Look at it's the same in the Academy Awards and everything. It's all fake. You know, they're putting all these conditions, and in Academy Awards you have to be foreigner, different skin tone, different this, different that to win. So a movie like Godfather is not going to win Academy Awards these days. So it's the same in our photography industry. It's very fake. There's some good awards who are more traditional, but generally it's all, I don't support it anymore.
Okay, but
I don't support it because it's not a good way of awarding people.
yes, but you stay relevant with your quality and your images, and it's a little bit different. Not different. It's a little bit difficult.
That's got nothing to do with awards. That's how I get inspired on the day. That's how I go to the day. That's how I get inspired by the bride and groom, and that's how I shoot. So winning awards or anything like that is not going to change the way I shoot. You know, it's going to be, when you love this job, you go out there and shoot for your heart. Shoot the way you want your customers to see that picture. What's difference? What do I create? Every time I go out there, I go to the same locations, you know, in Melbourne, this street, that street, and everything. But to get the results, I forget what's the background, what this. It's about the subject, the people. I try to be close to them. I try to manage what's important to capture on the day, and that's what I do. I work with the couple as if they're my, not as if they are my subject, and I want to create this amazing look on the day. So the more you have the camera with you and them together, the more there's the chance of creating beautiful pictures, even if you've been there 10 million times. So it's all about that.
So, what's the most important information you was giving to the classes during the year?
Okay, as far as the shooting of the wedding, I become really good with the bride and groom. I really give them the confidence. I look after them. They booked me because they liked my work. So that's part one, not because I'm cheap. They liked my work. That's why they booked me. So I will give them from the start the confidence that, look, I'm not the boss here. I'm just a photographer, and I'm going to capture your day the way you wished. So I guarantee that. I show my camera, behind my camera, when I get great pictures. I excite them. During booking, I'm not involved in that. My wife and another girl we have, they do the booking. So that stage is basically sell our pictures. We have a lot of samples, we have a lot of albums. We have our Instagram. People come to us because of our Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, or recommendation. So when they come to our shop, it's very important for them to come to my shop. And the girls are the salespeople who come with an agreement with the couple and deliver what they want at the start. So at that stage, I'm not involved at all. They don't even know who Yervant is. Yervant is one of us. It's the business name. So the girls do a very good job. That way, my stress is not also added to booking couples because I can't do that. I'm already in production, doing this, doing that. So it's my brain will become slowed down. So I'm not involved with the couple at all. I only start to know the couple a couple of weeks before the wedding. So when we meet, it could be Zoom, or it could be on the phone, or it could be in the studio, and we discuss everything they want. But the most important part I tell them is the day I come to your wedding, how your room is set up, who's your family, who's the people around you, what you're wearing, what you like. I in the first couple of hours, I understand who the people are. I understand their personality, and I work for that. If I understand that this girl is not going to go everywhere for photos, already I know from the start when I interview her, but that she wants to go one location. Then there's the other girl who says, I want to go 10 locations. I say, sweetheart, listen, I'm happy to go 10 locations, but I much rather be a couple of locations and get beautiful light before the light goes and capture your dream pictures. So let's not worry about those things. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, let me manage that. Don't worry about those things. And in most cases, they agree with me. Sometimes they get tired on the day already. So I finish the minute they see that they're not interacting anymore. I make sure that they're looked after.
They trust you. That's why you're rich to this trust, so they are not having second thoughts.
Thoughts, yeah, that's so important. The trust is so important. And because it's easier for us, because we have the brand, we have the experience so many years, it's easier for us. But for a new photographer, you give all you can. You're no one until the client loves what you're doing and talk to another person that booking me was amazing. So if you don't get that and you think you're the best photographer, in reality you're not. In reality you're not.
And what about marketing?
Marketing, it's hard these days because everyone on Instagram, everyone on Facebook. In the old days, we spend a lot of money on magazines, like bridal magazines. We used to spend $30,000-$40,000 a year on advertising on magazines. Now with Facebook, Instagram, everyone is there. So again, it's what you show. Because for many months, the girls who do the Instagram and everything try to do what other people are doing. I said, no, guys, this is not good, because we're becoming the same as everyone else. We need to show what is the strength of us, not what we do like other people, because then we're showing a weakness. So I'm going to take over my Instagram soon, because I'm not very happy the way they post what they post, because they're always being safe. I don't want to be safe. I want to be different. I want a girl to come and say, I love what you're doing. It's different. I'm not going to say, I'm not, I don't.
Pretty great too.
Oh, sorry. That was Alexa saying something. I like to communicate with my bride and groom. I like to say what I do, but they need to see what I create also. That's very important. So that's very important for us to show what we do best. So if I'm like everyone else, like a flash on camera and things like that, then I'm going to be compared how much you are, or for my price, not for my work. And look at the pictures today on Instagram, wedding pictures. They're soft, they're washed out, there's hardly any retouching. It just make it soft, make it black and white, and it looks good. Yeah, it looks good, but how many pictures can you show like that? What about you create album? Is it about one picture, or it's the series of picture of the day? You see, this is very important. What customers should understand, and we do explain this very importantly, that a professional photographer knows what to do with the pictures, how to finish them. It's not only the camera. You need more than a camera. You need the second stage. If it was darkroom, now digital, it's second stage of photography. So photography is 50% camera, 50% post-production. It couldn't be basic. It could be a lot more, bring the details, that white of the bride, the dress details, the lace, everything should be shown in the pictures. If you have a white blob and a black guy next to him, black suit next to it, it's not photography. You need to do the separation. You need to show the details. That's what photography is. So at the end of the day, good photographers are always there. 20% of the industry, and these are the photographers who last for a long time, unless they get tired of it.
About the Instagram, you said, I think that if you are doing what everyone is doing, you are following them with
I'm following them.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. 100%.
with your images. You can be in the front, or with your
100%. You
mind.
need to be different. You need to be different. That's what it is all about, photography. I've been in this industry for so many years. I've seen so many trendy photographers come and go. Many. You will know names also that they don't exist anymore. They're not shooting anymore. With my studio, we're still shooting, and my next generation, my boys, are going to continue the studio. So it's very important that we show always a different picture
The option you have with Instagram is that you can communicate better with what you are
with
doing,
the clients, of course. Of
even
course,
its
that's a
services or
communication.
its.
We spend money on it also. We advertise to get the new clients, but also recommendation is the best advertising. If people recommend you, that's always the best option. But there's always going to be, in the family, you've shot all the weddings, the new daughter, or she wants something different than her sister and her brother. You might lose a wedding because of that. It's stupid, but it's true. Because even if I do 10 weddings in the same house, I will try to do everything different because it's different person getting married. It's not the same person. So I try to do something totally different. I'll study what I've shot in the past of their family, and I make sure that I don't repeat shots. I make it all original and different. So that's important. But that's a choice we can't change.
So, what about the next day of Yervant's photography?
You mean the future? What's happening in the future?
Yeah, what's the future of your studio?
Studio.
What's your
Okay.
plans?
We're doing a lot of changes. A lot of changes. Last year I brought my sons into the business. Now we have a team that's we don't hire freelancers. There's video guys and photographers who work also for me. The same people. So we every year or so I change my address. I change my address on purpose. This one we lasted nearly 18 years because we bought the building. So it was in Docklands. It's on the sea, close to it. But we decided to sell the shop. We sold the shop now. So we have about 6 months until we get paid. So once we get paid, we're going to look for a different location, different look, recalibrate everything, make it like as if it's a new studio opening, that creates again a new movement. It has always happened to me. This is my fifth or sixth studio. Always change location, fix it, decorate it perfectly, make it look good, and create a trend. So this time we're looking to go more, maybe not a shop, more a studio type of a setup, warehouse type of a setup. So we're still not decided. So of course we'll fix it, we'll make it look good because we like our clients to come to the studio. That's so important. We convince them that our work is important to be seen live, not on an Instagram or anything like that. So 90% of our clients visit our studio. And when they walk in, and they see that we're different. We're not like anyone else. Meet me in the coffee shop, meet me in the bazaar, or meet me at the restaurant. We have our location to meet these people, so that makes a big difference. So it's like a fashion designer. If you go to Armani and they're selling it in the market, that's the value of the product. But if you go to a big store, Armani, it's on the front and the display, everything that gives a different value to your product. And don't forget, the new generation are more brand oriented than the past. They love brand. The only misfortune we have with photography for the future is that people want the results now, not tomorrow. And for a good quality job, you can't do that. It's impossible. So by including content creative service to our business, including Instagram, my son does a lot of Instagrams on the day and things like that. We're giving them a lot of pictures to see before our work is delivered. As far as post production, we are really fast now. In the same week of the wedding, we have our proofs online, color corrected and ready to go. So we are really ahead with the time. We wait for the couple to order their album, so it's good thing to have. In the past, they used to wait and say when we're gonna get, but with us, 1 week, and we promise our client, if you like one picture or two pictures or even three pictures, tell us which one. We will retouch it the way it is to be, and we'll give it to you. So it's very important to give them visual. When I had the content creator last week, I haven't had too many content creators with me because we don't want them to work with us. But when we had last week, so my son was more busy downloading our files from the camera at the reception, putting on Instagram, finishing the pictures, putting on Instagram, and exciting the bride before the content creator shows anything to her. So we need to beat the competition. It's easy. All we have to be is dedicated. So I'm not going to lose to anyone who doesn't know what they're doing. It just, they're doing business, but business as long as you don't touch my business. That's how I look at it.
Okay, now we are having the last guest question. Every guest leaves a question for the next one. So the last guest write the question. If you had to change your career and open a new business today, what would it be?
I've always thought about that. And maybe I would. I like numbers. Maybe I would have become accountant, but that was going to be very boring for me. With my personality, I would have killed all the stuff because I don't have patience. I like to move. I like action. I like things like that. So accounting maybe out, but I'm going towards cinematography because I'm enjoying videos so much now. I'm being quite creative with it. When we shoot, I take over sometime the video camera. I'm shooting with my R3 Canon R3. I've got it on my face, and then I say, wow, that was a beautiful picture. All I have to do is change the setting, go on video, and create the same picture that I created as a moving picture. So I can do that now. And that's so much fun. In the same moment, I can record movie and pictures, and that's where I would go as a photographer. That's where I would go as a photographer.
It's very interesting to see a movie from your videos because we
We're
saw your
working on
photos.
it because we are so new. We learned everything. So the last 1 year we're learning. We've charged very little to our clients as long as we get the job. But we've learned so much out of video. The raw shooting, the cameras which don't shut down, 4K, color correction, color grading. We've learned so much, and our work is getting now. The technical part is nearly over. We are technical now. We're trying to start the creative part as a picture. So I am having quite a lot of videos capturing the picture moment into a video and incorporate with what the guys do. We have about 3-4 cameras running on the day, video wise. So we want to make sure that every corner is covered without being blocking each other. So I direct the guys to say, you go in that corner, put that lens on. I direct. So it's for me. I've learned it so much that I've become like, I know what I want, and I'm a director now. Okay, I don't leave the video guys to decide what they want. I tell them what to do, and I say this to my client that if I make comments to my stuff, don't worry, because I'm directing them. This is important. I direct them. It's under the Yervant brand. In the future, that's what I might do only. You know, I've used a lot of automations, have gimbals on tripods and control with away from the camera. You know, places like speeches and things like that. It's all automated. You don't see a person running the equipment. So I'm trying to modernize the old system. I don't want a guy standing in the middle of the dance floor and recording it. So we have sometimes, you know, with Greek dancing, you know, it gets tighter, the center. We leave a camera in the middle, and that camera goes 360 degrees rotation on a gimbal. So the guy who controls that can control on anyone and move with them, as long as they don't kick my camera. But it's on a big tripod, and all it's going to do go here and there, but we can control more expressions and things like that. You see, we do Greek weddings, we do Lebanese weddings, and it's good to capture the moments from the inside, not from the outside. We are utilizing also a lot of 360s and DJI Pocket 3, which is an amazing camera for places that we can't go with a big camera. You know, moving across the seats and things like that. So it's fun. It's fun. I'm looking at it as a big production instead of another video guy. So I'm really enjoying that. So that's my new career other than photography.
Nice. We finished this episode. Thank you very much. I want to say that it was a very special episode because I have seen a lot of videos of you teaching, and I have the opportunity to speak with you, and it was very nice.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. I'm still very active. If you don't see me talk too much, because I'm busy with my work. This one, for example, I have in my house, I have 2 studios for YouTube. I've been setting this up for the last year or so, and I haven't had any chance to do what you're doing or anything, because I'm busy with my work. But eventually it will happen, and I'll be happy for people to follow me.
So we're
So
waiting.
it's great.